tema talaga, yung ang tawag dito, ang tema talaga is yung pangalan nito, yung Jennifer Civilian, gusto nila na matanggal na si Gibo. Gusto nila matanggal na talaga si Gibo. So sabi, ayan, we are active members of armed forces of the Philippines and vehemently seek the earnest attention of our Commander-in-Chief. His Excellency President Bongbong Marcos, while we support the proper chain of command as professional soldiers, we firmly believe that Secretary Gilbert Teodoro lacks the competence to lead the defense and professionalism to take full responsibility for his actions. Ayan. Mabasahin ko na yung buong letter.
Basahin mo, girl.
The recent Ayungin incident on June 17, which humiliated the ranks of the entire military service, is a direct result of his narcissistic attitude and ambitious pursuit of getting elected to a national post.
Nakakaloka yung word.
Galit na galit sila. Galit na galit sila. Secretary Teodoro unilaterally decided to carry out this operation, disregarding the opposing comments from military planners and strategists at the AFP and DND. This rotation and resupply operation was never approved or even discussed at the National Task Force for the West Philippine Sea or the National Maritime Council. Yung National Maritime Council at saka yung NTFWPS, yan yung nandyan si NTFWPS, nandiyan si Tariela.
Yes.
National Maritime Council, yun yung ang chair si E.S. Bersamin.
Yes.
Diba? The planning of this abysmal military operation was never shared with any of the concerned government agencies that have a clear stake in the West Philippine Sea issue. So, ano yung sinasabi ni Tariela? What is he speaking for? Kung pati yung task force niya hindi rin naman pala apprised.
Yan na nga, di ba? Sabi niya sa kinaumagahan noon after the June 17 incident na he cannot comment because it was a purely military operation.
Yeah. So, admission na wala rin siyang alam, ano?
Wala rin siyang alam.
Oo. Okay. Tama. Thank you, Kuya. This precisely why it took so long for any of the agencies in the national government to issue a statement, while the People's Republic of China dominates the social media platforms with their version of the story, humiliating the Philippine Navy's elite force. The lack of information for the officials to counter China's narrative was further exacerbated by Secretary Gibo's strict order of news blackout.
See? Diba? So, talagang yung hinala natin nun, tama tayo.
Correct.
Oo. While our soldier was being ridiculed and judged publicly with the only violation of complying with his orders, he remained quiet and never took responsibility of this operation. As an experienced politician, he only took the spotlight when he saw the right timing after the Honorable Executive Secretary's press conference.
Yes. So, tingnan mo, di ba? So, kasi nga, hindi apprised yung NMC, which E.S. Bersamin heads, yung nag-de-escalate na si E.S. Bersamin, so to save face sa kanyang failed operation na hindi alam ng NMC, hindi alam ng PCG, he took it upon himself to re-escalate the rhetoric to save face. So, yun. Tama, no?
Totoo. Even our allies, particularly Canada, the US, and Japan, were disappointed when they deployed their vessels for the maritime cooperative activity a day before the RORE, only to later find out that they were not informed about such failed operation. As a result, their naval presence was criticized by the public for not taking action while the AFP personnel were being harassed.
Ito yung sinasabi natin, Joey, Ansas, nung sinabi ni Gibo doon sa hearing ni Senator Amy, na merong mga elementong nandun din na ayaw niyang ma-disclose or i-disclose at kailangan ng executive session. Kasi nga pala, the day before RORE, nandito na pala yung mga Canada, US at Japan na mga, I think these are naval forces, no? Kasi maritime cooperative activity, joint patrol ang tawag dyan. So, naobserbahan na talaga ito ng mga Canada, US and Japan, no? And they were there while this happened. Presumably, nakita nila yung nangyari. Kasi mga sophisticated yung mga radar systems nila dyan at saka yung surveillance systems. So kaya nga, na-ridicule ata, no? Talagang, ako hindi ko alam na nandito. It was just a hunch, no? Pero sinabi dito na ridicule yung presence ng naval powers ng Canada, US at Japan kasi nga walang nagawa. Kasi nga
Oo.
hindi na coordinate.
Oo.
So
Secretary Gibos' hasty and unreasonable decision to push for the military-led RORE operation indicates a lack of strategic thinking in managing our WPS. It appears
Tama
that his main concern is to maximize his own publicity rather than considering the potential consequences and risk of such operation. It is concerning that he failed to take into account the high possibility of miscalculation and the potential escalation to war.
tama na naman tayo doon sa
Mm.
pag-dissect natin, di ba? No?
Mhm.
So drama na talagang delikado o sa miscalculation and untoward incident that may lead to escalation and even to war, no? Armed confrontation, no? So tama talaga tayo doon sa una nating live, di ba?
True.
Grabe
The moral of the moral of significant number of our top-ranking general officers, the morale of a significant number of our top-ranking general officers is currently low. This can be attributed to the fact that meritocracy and qualifications were not given priority when appointing AFP unified commanders. Instead, selections were made solely based on his personal choices. The Board of Generals has become the Board of Gibo. Furthermore, there is frustration and anger within the AFP. Alam mo talaga nagbo-boil down sa weakness ni BBM, ano?
Yes.
Nagbo-boil down sa, I mean, yung mga tao sa ilalim ni BBM can just decide
Hindi takot
whatever.
Oo. Walang takot kay BBM.
Oo, walang takot kay BBM.
Walang takot.
Totoo.
So pag walang takot sa mga subordinates mo, hindi ka nila irerespeto. Yan ang nangyayari yan. Lalo na sa military.
Oo.
Which is very delikado, no?
True. Furthermore, there is frustration and anger within the AFP regarding the unceremonious relief of Vice Admiral Abet Carlos, a 3-star general who is currently in floating status. We recognize such unfairness as Vice Admiral Carlos is a patriotic soldier with lengthy military service to our country.
Wow, exactly. I mean, he still has a lot of time. In fact, he still has until early 2026 ata before retirement. 3-star general, candidate for flag officer in command of the Navy, and then probably a candidate also. I think wala pang galing sa Navy na naging AFP chief of staff kasi halos lahat galing sa Army. Sabi nila, ito si Carlos nga daw is probably the most qualified candidate for the first Navy officer to become AFP chief, no? So he still has a year and a half before he retires at talagang napakahusay na opisyal. So, yun.
Totoo. Mr. President, we respectfully request your intervention to replace Defense Secretary Gilbert Chodoro. Our problem in the West Philippine Sea will only worsen if our Defense Secretary continues to prioritize his publicity stunts instead of de-escalating the tension that he created.
Well, so ang masasabi ko lang nito is Gibo is taking orders not from BBM. He's taking orders from the Americans, no? Hindi na mention 'yan ng mga sa sulat. Siguro na rin na hindi sila I think they're not informed. Maybe they have a hunch as well, no? Pero ayaw lang siguro nilang mag-assert ng isang claim na hindi nila pwede i-prove. But sa tingin ko because hindi naman yan for Gibo's yung ginagawa niya to risk a full-scale military war is not good for it's not good for Gibo's political agenda. So, merong ibang agenda dyan. Which is the American agenda nga.
Remy Andres, gusto mo umakyat? Total active na active ka dyan sa comment section. Akyat ka, bilis. Para masabi mo yung gusto mong masabi. Pero dapat makikinig ka rin sa sasabihin namin palitan tayong putang ina ka. Ayan yung link. Ang dami mong nasasabi gusto mo ng kupalan? Bilis. Test natin kung sino pinang-magaling mangupal. Bilis. Game na.
So,
wag niyo pinapaiit yung ulo ni Joey,
Pinapaiit yung ulo ko. Ang konti ng tulog ko this week. Ayun. Sabi ni Ed De Castro, meron na naging AFP chief na galing sa Philippine Navy. Si Admiral Santiago, asawa ni Miriam San, really?
Na AFP chief ba? Parang deputy chief lang ata yun or flag officer in command of the Navy. Naging AFP chief ba yun? Anyways, yeah, I stand corrected kung ano.
Oo. Sabi ni Remy Andres, let's ka na sway kita. Tanga! Diyos ko po, nag-i-invite talaga kami ng kupal. Sway. Feeling powerful ka naman, Diyos me. Hindi ikaw yung unang tangang in-entertain namin.
Grabe itong
Joey, at makatamaan ka ng drop earrings. True! Kakain ko sa iyo itong bulaklak ko sa tenga. Ayun. Sabi ni Holyfield, if BBM wants to ease the tension, he should appoint VP Inday Sara's DND chief. Need nang mabugbog si Browner ng isang babae. Ayun.
Ano ba?
Remy Andres, tama na satsat, may link, akyat! Kung hindi makaakyat, ang tawag dito manahimik, kung hindi kaya umakyat manahimik lang. No, it's not her husband, it's her brother. Abogado ang asawa ni MDS.
Right.
Ayun.
Okay.
Ayun
Well,
lang.
anyways, yung pinag-usapan natin noon, sino ba yun? Si Martin Romualdez, yung pinost ko yan nung in-interview siya, na ano daw, big loser daw yung China.
I-play nyo.
Maganda yan eh. Yung, sinare mo yung video, Kuyang, di ba?
Yes, nasa wall ko yun.
Oo.
Tangina talaga. Tapos sinigundahan pa niya, meron akong isang video din doon na yung ginagawa, foreign policy daw ni BBM ngayon is not a pivot to America. Yung kay Duterte daw yung pivot to China. Tangina. Ngayon meron pa tayong 25 sites.
Diyos me.
Meron pa pala ako dyan, Joey.
Oo. Ito galing to sa American Intel di ba? Itong 25 sites na to.
Anyways, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Scroll mo pa yung kay Martin. Kahapon ata yun Kahapon ba yun?
Ay, teka. Si Martin grabe rin sa pagka-clueless no? Sobrang niyang kadiri. Tapos yung talaga, yung pagka pumunta ka sa Presidential Communications Office, wala akong makikita doon, pati pagbumuka ni...
Tama.
Ito.
Yung isa.
Si President BBM, ano sinasabi?
Yung isa.
A friend to
Ito.
all, an enemy to one. Hindi naman kalakapan.
Ito.
Yan.
Yung biggest loser dito, China Nadinig ko kay President Xi, the future of China is the ASEAN for its economic recovery. Sa gitna po ng ASEAN ang Pilipinas, ba't nilirahin mo ang Pilipinas na isang malaking bahagi po ng ASEAN? Sa totoo lang po, mali ang China. Mali ang ginagawa ng China. Siguro, alam naman lahat yung arbitral ruling. Yung buong mundo kasama natin.
Okay, so let's give them data. Joey, i-search mo sa Google, CSIS, supporters ng arbitration.
CSIS, supporters of
Arbitration.
Arbitration Support Tracker.
Yeah. So yung CSIS po, isa po itong think tank sa Washington DC. This is actually supported by the US government. So, go.
Ayan.
Buong mundo.
Post-arbitration support tracker.
So ilan ang supporting minus the Philippines?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 26, 22. Kasi andito yung Philippines 22.
So ilan ang UN countries?
193.
1 and 3.
So 22 divided by 193.
11%.
Ah.
So, paano yung buong mundo? Di ba, may sarili silang mundo, girl.
May
Oo.
sariling mundo nga eh. May sariling mundo. Ha? Biggest loser daw yung China. Kasi ang Pilipinas ay kailangan sa pag-recover ng ekonomiya ng China. 0.1% yung contribution natin to the Chinese GDP. Tapos
Oo.
kailangan tayo. They are trading top trading partner to 122 other countries.
Paano ikaw kailangan? Wala ka nga sa BRI.
Wala sa BRI. Wala sa BRICS.
Wala ka sa BRICS, wala ka sa
25,
BRI.
sorry, tama naman, 25 pala, 25. 25.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Supporting the ruling 25.
6, 7, 8, 9,
Approximately
10,
11.4.
about 11.4. So 25, okay. Wala nga sa 1/4 eh.
Mhm.
So ano yan, Martin Romualdez? Ang gago talaga.
Actually, ganyan yung thinking ng mga batang giltong eh.
Yes.
We have the support of all the of the international community, ganyan. So pag sinabi ng international community, sino ba yun?
Yung collective west lang kasi eh. Ang international community yung sinasabi nila eh.
Oo nga, ewan ko. Kasi kagaya nito, yung mga nandito na supporting kasi, you have really big countries like Australia, Japan,
G20 yan eh. G20.
Mga malalaking oo. UK, United States, ayan. Diba?
Ito yung mga supporters din nila sa NATO. At saka NATO countries, plus NATO supporters, funding the war in Ukraine, ginagawang proxy nila ang Ukraine. So, yun.
Lahat ng may pakana ng Ukraine.
Nandyan, sa supporting.
Sila rin Sila rin kuyang
Sila rin.
Diyos me.
Diba? Talagang walang...
Bakit hindi nabablock si Remy? Hindi siya nabablock.
Hindi siya napablock?
Ayun, block. Finally.
Okay.
Ayan. Binlock ko siya kanina eh. Tapos nagulat ako, ba't nandiyan pa rin? Ba't nagko-comment pa rin? Ayun. Sabi ni Olivia of Us, mababa ang political IQ ni Inday. Mababa daw ang political IQ ni Inday.
Meron bang political IQ? Sa 7 times of
Siguro yung yung ability of the person to be ability of a politician to respond appropriately sa mga political situation, ganon.
Well, baka ibig sabihin niya, iba yung political strategy ni Inday, no? Maybe nakasanayan kasi natin ang mga usual na political strategy, no? Mga standard traditional politics, no? Alam naman natin na iba talaga yung strategy ng mga Duterte, 'di ba? Especially Digong, no? Iba yung political strategy niya, no? It was working pretty well, no? And I'm sure Inday Sara to some degree, and even Baste and the entire Duterte family is using the same strategy and tactics. So maybe I don't know.
The problem is we do not really know.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a negative comment or it's just a healthy observation with no underlying meaning. But in any case, if you think mababa siya, sa anong benchmark mo kinumpara na mababa yung political IQ ni Inday? Diba? So we have to see kung saan mo kino-compare at what it is, anong meaning pag mataas yung political IQ at mababa yung political IQ.
Tingin ko baka ito yung parang ganito ba ano yung comment ni Clivia of Us? Ayan, Inday seems to be a straight shooter. Sabi ni Marco Marcelo, trust instinct ang mahina. She's trusted IME, PGMA at BBM na sinaksak siya patalikod. Parang kasama pa naman niya si Senator Aimee. Parang
well, trust tayo naman ganun din eh. Wala namang immune. Wala namang immune sa ano sa pagiging miscalculated ng ating trust. No? So 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 maybe you're right, no, the trust instinct, no. But then again, it will eventually boil down to instinct, no. And it not all the time na tama yung instinct natin. And you cannot fault someone na nagkamali sa kanyang instinct. After all, nobody can really see the future and the real intent of people, no. You can only do that if you have certain political maturity, just like PRRD, no. That's why PRRD has that ability to see through people kasi na nga he has the experience, no, of what, close to 50 years in government service.
Siguro I would say baka yun nga. Siguro kung yung ano man yung weakness ni Inday, maybe it has something to do with yung lack of experience. Kasi bata pang politiko si Inday 'di ba?
Yes.
So kumbaga parang marami pang makikitang ano yan eh, marami pang makikitang traidura niya. Marami pang makikitang traidura niya. It's just so happened that we are able to witness the political career of Inday this early kasi na-expose siya agad sa national level. Si PRRD kasi at the time the nation experienced him, hinog na talaga siya kasi ilang dekada na siya naging mayor eh.
Yeah,
diba?
exactly.
Oo. So nung naging presidente si PRRD, talagang ano na siya, ready na, he's bursting with wisdom to share to everyone.
Hindi kasi nga, di ba, si Inday kasi, aminado rin nga siya, kaya nga hindi siya tumakbong presidente.
Yes. Tama.
Aminado siya na hindi pa siya hinyog, kaya nga hindi siya tumakbong presidente. Now, I think it's unfair to, parang you are comparing yourself to your parents.
Right.
Is it fair for you to compare yourself to your parents na, kasi ganun si Inday, I think we're being harsh kay Inday na, why are we faulting Inday for being young and inexperienced? She is young and inexperienced.
Tama.
True.
Tama.
Kaya nasabi ko nga na, would Inday do better as president? Ako, honestly, no. Kasi, ang bata pa ni Inday eh.
Oo, sobrang bata pa ni Inday.
So, yeah, you cannot fault her for that, no? Sabi ko nga, if the scenario is this, no? Kung na-presidente si Inday at bumaba si BBM to VP, hindi kaya mangyayari yung si Inday ang tinitira ngayon with all the alipores of BBM. She will still be isolated. Kahit presidente siya, 'di ba? They will eventually fight. Tapos ang dali niyang i-impeach.
Ayun.
So,
May news na nag-stop mag-import China sa US and EU, biggest cancellation of imports daw. Talaga? Narinig mo na ito, Kuya EB?
Anong import? Well, actually, it's the trade war is going on, no? It's been in the news since Biden decided to impose 100% tariff on Chinese EVs, about 50% or so tariff on EV batteries and critical minerals, no? Ganun din sa EU, no? Nag-i-impose sila ngayon ng 38% tariff on Chinese EVs, no? Electric vehicles. So ang ginagawa ngayon is yung China, which is the biggest importer or one of the biggest importer of meat, no? Pork meat, no? Baboy, karning baboy sa Amerika at sa UK at to some degree Germany, will probably raise the tariff rates as well, no? Of agricultural products from the US and the EU, no? In retaliation of the tariff imposition of Biden and the EU, no? So titingnan natin kung sinong mananaig dito sa economic trade war na ito na inumpisan nga I think ni Trump ito eh. Tapos pinalawak masyado ni Biden ngayon. Ewan ko kung if they can sustain it, the Americans and the EU when they are desperately in need of revenues.
May interview daw si Browner kaninang 7 p.m. na meron daw siyang statement na infiltrated na daw ang DepEd ng Chinese propaganda, including media and social media.
Nasa ano yan, Joey? And I failed to mention it. Nasa ano yan eh. Nasa TV Patrol, pero ang report na yon sa TV Patrol quoted Browner or yung footage na Browner, parang sa RTVM yun eh. Kasi parang pre-SONA na series. Di ba may ganun
Mm.
si Thinking Pinoy?
Oo.
Nasa channel yun, yung prison na mag...
PTV, PTV.
Tingnan mo nga sa
Ito lang
PTV.
po, wait. Mm-mm.
Kasi parang doon yung kinuha ng ABS ng TV Patrol eh. Tama. Na-infiltrate na daw ang mga major government institutions, including DepEd, including media. Hindi naman niya sinabi yung social media. Media lang, no? At hindi rin niya minention yung mga vloggers, no? Pero there are some personalities daw na talagang binayaran daw ng China for propaganda.
Bakit
Tapos,
hindi nila
Pag ano nila dyan, ano? Grabe yung pag ano nila, yung hindi talaga nila binibitawan yan na merong mga binabayaran ng ang China, ganyan. Ang, pakiano naman po, saan po kukunin saan po
kaya,
kukunin yung bayad?
pero ngayon inamin na ng Reuters, na-expose na ng Reuters, may umamin na sa DND leaks ni SAS na talagang merong disinformation na Pentagon sponsored, wala silang masagot. Ang sagot nila infiltrated by Chinese propaganda people.
Paano infiltrated? Eh, di ba, majority of Filipinos support you.
Oh,
Bakit? Ano to? Parang, ha?
nakakaloka.
As per Browner's
Alam mo,
intelligence.
ganyan yan. Pera lang yan, girl. Pera lang yan, kaya yan nagaganyan. Kailangan lang nilang itodo. Kasi nga, the US.
Kailangan nila kumubra sa $473 million na
Yeah,
budget.
exactly. Kasi kung meron kong ebidensya, bakla naglabas ka na ng na ito ang extent, ito sila, ganyan, and then we will file cases against them for being foreign aid, working as a foreign agent. Meron pa tayong existing batas yan, ha?
Well, and secondly, SAS, no, disclosing that operation or disclosing those findings from the intelligence community to the public defeats the actual purpose of catching them. Kasi kung talagang meron dyan, ginawan mo na ng operation bago mo isinapubliko, di ba?
Mhm.
So parang ano lang yan eh, parang intimidation or tama nga Joey, no, the additional an additional color to their American propaganda para tama nga, para may output sila, no, para mga ensaymada vloggers na rin kasi itong sina Tariela, sina Gibo, at si Browner. Para mga ensaymada vloggers na yan kasi sila eh.
Hindi, alam mo nangyayari dyan. I think, pinagtatapan kasi nila yung kakulangan nila and yung kanilang katangahan. Kaya they have to do all these things. Actually, ang gusto lang talaga nilang gawin is sirain ang mga Duterte.
Of course.
And that's the only thing that they can do, link Duterte to China.
Yes.
The problem is, pupunta kayo ng, di ba yung mga kalye survey, kayo yung mga nanonood sa aming mga vlog, magpa-kalye survey kayo. Because, para makita talaga yung totoong sinaing ng mga taong bayan, di ba yung sa kay Maharlika, yung mga kinakalye survey, tinatanong, gusto nyo ba makipaggera sa China? Eh bakit? Ganyan eh, mga mahihirap lang naman yung di ba? Makikita mo na, they actually know.
Tama. So, yeah.
Mga ano kung sila Browner, ano lang to, Diyos ko dahil. They just want airtime for their idiocy. Dahil kumikita sila dyan.
Of course.
Ay, anong tawag dito yung sa nagtatanong doon sa libro ni Attorney Vic? Wait lang kayo, I'm working on it. Wait lang kayo. Kasi maraming yung gusto bumili in tandem doon sa libro ni Sas para isang shipping na lang. Ayan, wait lang, ayan. Okay? Ayun. Actually, doon ako, yun yung pinaka nasusuka kong part dito sa ano na to. Dito sa, yung entire, issue na finormulate nila dyan sa, lalo na pag nadadrag yung mga international relations issue, ganyan. Kasi makita mo talaga yun, na they are just ang end goal talaga is really to ruin the Dutertes. At wala silang pake, local issue, international issue, they're just going to use it, they're going to use it just the same in order to meet local political ends. And the local political ends is really to destroy any chance of Duterte leadership. Diba?
Yeah, and the only credible issue that they can form some sort of solid ground to pin the Dutertes is yung China and the South China Sea issue. Kaya kung titingnan mo, lahat ng mga issue against Duterte, pilit nilang inililink doon sa China, di ba? You have the drugs, China, Duterte. You have Pogo, and then the mga torture kung anong nagaganap diyan, Duterte. Kung ano-ano pa. Lahat na lang na issues against the Duterte, no? Ililink nila yan na China, no? Ibig sabihin, ang pinipaint nila ngayon is yung mga krimen na yon, yung mga sindikato na yon is state sponsored by the Chinese government, and the Chinese government's man in the Philippines is former President PRRD. Yan ang pilit nilang, kung titingnan mo yung overall ano nila scheme. Because nga ang mga Duterte lang kasi yung tinaman yung lahat ng survey naman. Lahat ng survey kay PRRD, kay Inday Sara, di ba? So lahat yan points to the Duterte, no? And the clamor for people for the Dutertes to go back to government service. May post nga doon si John Reiter ata na nakita ko, may parang pakalye survey din ata yung yung BBM youth ba ata yun, na tuwang-tuwa sila dahil nga anong tawag doon? Ewan ko ma-pull out mo yung Joey. 52% nung kalye survey nila ayaw mag-resign si BBM.
Kalye survey ba yun?
Parang kalye survey ata nila. Pero
Paano?
walang
Video?
video. Walang
Meron-
video.
Wala!
Walang video.
Hindi yung kalye survey, ano lang nila.
O parang poll. So,
Well,
ibig sabihin, Sas, yung sample nila is majority are BBM supporters, di ba? Kasi sila lang yun ay nagpo-poll. But even then, ang lumabas doon is 52% or 58% do not want BBM to resign. Which means there are about 42% na either undecided or gustong mag-resign si BBM. So, ibig sabihin, if your sample is predominantly leaning to BBM, but then you have close to majority, close to half, na gusto nang mag-resign si BBM or undecided, it means may problema ka doon.
Meron
paano? Yung
Hindi. Yung mga tao mismo nila, 48%, ilang percent? 49? 48?
Hindi. Parang 52% or 58% ba? Nasa kay John Reiter yun na post.
So
Ang
48,
ayaw mag-resign.
so 48% goes resign.
Either gustong mag-resign or probably undecided. Hindi kasi klaro yung data di ba?
Oo. Baka ginawa lang nila yan, BBM youth pala eh.
Pero kung ginawa din nila yun, dapat sana 80% or 90%, di ba?
Parang mas ano.
So,
Ito, doon na.
talagang makita mo talaga kabubuhan ng mga Italianistang to talaga. They manufacture, all those things na nagbabackfire naman din sa kanila. So, so tapos, ano pa? Nag-backflip na si BBM. So, gusto niya na daw i-de-escalate yung West Philippine Sea.
Oo nga.